What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys have an amazing day so far. Like always, if you're new to the channel, I want you guys to hit the thumbs up, and only if I brought value to you guys through this video or any of the video, I want you guys to subscribe icon. For today's video, I want to talk to you guys about how you guys can be ultimately a better military member, whether it is by you just joining the military or whether it is for you to just kind of be already in the military and trying to kind of work on skills in order for you to be more efficient, be able to re-enlist, or potentially become just a better leader in general. So I'm going to talk to you guys about 6 skills that you need to master in order for you to be a successful military member. So number 1, mental strength. Now this is something that you will be taught when you get to actual boot camp. This is something where you're going to have drill sergeants or drill instructors or whatever the other branches ultimately call them be all over you. Be in your face, create chaos, and ultimately kind of focusing on your mental strength, kind of enforcing you to kind of just release stress in a way that's healthy for you and healthy for people that you work for. Now, this is something that if you manage to master in general, you're going to be very efficient within the military, but as well as within the civilian side. Mental strength is something that is really needed in every aspect, specifically for us millennial and Generation Z, because we're known as the softies in a sense. So, mental strengths, you need to work on it, master it, honor it, and then at that point, boot camp should be easy for you for most parts. Number 2, physical strength. Now, a lot of it has been brought up that us jarhead, in a sense, are kind of just this big, six-pack monsters looking guys. We're not. You don't need to be, you don't need to have a perfect six-pack. You don't need to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he's 20, but you need to have the physical strength and just kind of the stamina, in a sense, to be able to endure physical strengthness, in a sense. So if you have the mental health and then in the mental strength, and you have the physical strength, boot camp in general will be easy for you. Now, as you progress in your career and as you enter the military, you're going to start realizing that those mental strength is what you're actually going to really need. That's what is the number 1. Physical strength is more of like how you can become successful and really progress in your career a little bit faster than the average Joe, in a sense. Now, this is more towards the Marine Corps aspect, because I know the Air Force and possibly the Army as well, they don't focus too much on your physical aspect, but rather more your intellectual one, which is what we're going to be to number 3. Number 3 is your intellectual. It has been brought up quite a bit that a lot of us in the military are not very smart. But a lot of you fail to realize that a lot of us have degrees. A lot of us, work 12-hour days, and then we go off and actually study. I have already my degree and I have my AA in general studies, and I'm working on my financial bachelor here, and then I'm getting my master as well. So a lot of us have PhDs and stuff like that in psychology and stuff. So it's kind of like you have to have the intellect not only for the military aspect and have the smartness when it comes to be able to manage a full-blown unit, but also have the intellect to kind of just know your weaknesses and strength, and know also what you need to improve both physically, mentally, and just intellectually in general. Number 4, work ethic. So this is something that has to do with the past couple of ones. So if you are like a very hardworking individuals and you are willing to put in the work, the military is for you. This is one of those things that you have to be a go-getter. You have to be kind of wanting to be successful. If you're not going to be successful, you don't want to be successful, you're going to be joining the military to do a 9 to 5, don't join the military. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be miserable. Chances are the military is going to kick you out or find a way to just let you go in a little bit shorter contract than you really need to. So if you are somebody that loves work and project work a good work ethics in a sense, and you really want to be where you want to be, and you have goals and things that you want to achieve, the military is for you. So if what you really need to work on if you are within the military is kind of figure out what ethic you're currently at and what you need to improve. Chances are your leaders are probably just not happy about the way that you work currently at. So some of us are working 12 hours, some of us are working 18 hours, some of us just work 8 hours and even less. So it really comes down to what you're willing to give, because it's not only about being in the military and working your regular 7:30 to 16:30, it's more of like what you do when you get out of your 16:30 time. A lot of us will go to the gym, work out additional on your physical fitness. Some of us will go and read books and kind of work on an intellectual aspect by going to school, and some of us will just work on our mental strength by doing all of the above and more. So you have to be working on yourself You have to have that work ethic of like constantly be working. You work in the military and then you work on your personal aspect outside of the military. This is where the whole work ethic comes into play. Number 5, we'll be able to work on high stress. So this is something that is known. Even the civilian side, you need to be able to have the ability to work on the high stress. Depending on what job and stuff like that you do, in the military there is quite a bit of stress, whether it's boot camp or even just in general. So you need to have that mental strength in order for you to kind of overcome the stress. You have to realize to kind of be able to release stress in a healthy manner and not be able to kind of blow up and just kind of go out of hand in a sense. Your work ethic has to reflect that you're able to kind of manage stress in a sense that you're not able to lose control of yourself. You're not going to blow up and scream at your supervisor because they tell you to do something that you do not like. You have to be able to kind of manually and just intellectually manage your stress level to the point at which you can get through day by day. Number 6, time management. So this kind of ties into the rest of it as well, because if you manage your time properly and you do your 07:30 in the morning to 16:30 at night, you're going to have a lot of time still left over from 16:30 to the time you go to bed. And that's where you should be working on yourself and really working on the rest of your skill sets in order for you to have a prolonged career. If you are an officer and you're planning to become a general one day, your goal should be to ultimately study, more military matter. Whether it is, read other military books written by generals, strategy books, anything that's related to, those aspects. If you're enlisted, your goal should be for you to get your bachelor, your associates, or whatever else you need to in order for you to kind of get to the next rank, in order for you to kind of get those additional points for the promotion aspects, and to kind of give the incentive for the Marine Corps, the Army, or the Air Force to kind of choose to keep you in compared to those other hundreds of other bachelor having individuals that are on the civilian side coming in. It's cheaper for you to stay in than it is for the Air Force or the Army or the Marine Corps to hire them. So keep that in mind. You have to make yourself so valuable to the military that they do not want to get rid of you. That's where your time management comes into play. Work from 7:30 until 16:30, and once you're done with those time frame, work on your PT, work on your mental strength, and then work on your degrees as well. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, and only if I provide you guys through this video or any other video, I want you guys to subscribe icon. Have a wonderful day.